Hello everybody, Tire Tati Reviews here, bringing you another review slash comparison between the Razer Kraken V3 Pro and the Turtle Beach Stealth 700 Gen 2, the Xbox variant. Now, what I got for you today is like a quick comparison between the two. I'm just looking for a new headset and I wanted to try out these two. So first of all, I wanted to try out the Razer Kraken V3 Pro just because of the haptic feedback that they put in. I had a pair of Skull Crushers previously and I had to return them because the haptic feedback was poorly implemented. It just ruined any kind of other sound. Whereas these actually do a very good job with the haptic feedback. And these ones, like I had previously Turtle Beach Elite 800s, and I still have them. They look like crap at the moment. But they still work, even though the plastic is all crumbly and I had to stitch them up together. They still work, and they still give me like the kind of sound where it's so nice that it makes you fall in love. It's the clinginess and the sub bass completes the song so nicely that I'm really loving that sound signature that the Turtle Beach brings to their headphones. And these also have the same very nice sound. But let's take everything let's take it one step at a time. First of all, the design. Let's focus on the Razer Kraken V3. Now, what we have here is a comfortable padding. Well, it's not as comfortable as the Turtle Beach, and I'll get into that why. But from the design perspective, this is all metal and it feels like it's gonna last you a long time. Yes, this is plastic, and the cups are actually the same for both of them. You will see that it's like a pleather with some nice fabric inside. Same for this one. It's like pleather and some nice really fine fabric, which will give you a nice experience when you wear them for a long time. But I'll show you in a minute why there are also differences between them. Now, what we find here is a microphone that you can pull off for the Razer Kraken V3. And we'll talk about the quality a little bit later. But below, you have these buttons. Let me put them the right way around. So this is the right headset, and what we have here is the button for the haptic feedback. There are 3 levels of haptic, and the 4th is off. So you press them once, twice, and let me turn them on. I don't know if you guys can hear it. You see, you hear that bing 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 sound, and you also have some really nice RGB that it's, from my point of view, is totally useless because you're not gonna see it. Maybe other people are. So this is just a big ad. Here you have the microphone on-off button, which has like a green shade. So if it's pressed, you no longer see the green. If you see the green, it's on. And this brought me a little bit of issues because I had the microphone on, but I couldn't hear any audio coming from it. So it was a bit annoying until I got used to it, but it's okay. Here you have like a big Razer signature pleather all around. Unfortunately, it's the kind of pleather that will start peeling off after a couple of months because it's very fine and I can actually feel it. And so this is the right cup. Let's go to the left. To the left we have the microphone. We have the volume rocker, plus minus, it does not press in. You have the power button, which is nice because you can play, pause music, you can skip to the next song. If you have this little thingy connected to your PC, it works with the PC, I can confirm that, which is really nice. You have an audio in jack to receive audio. You have a USB charging plug, which you can only charge. You cannot use it while plugged in through the wire. And you have the microphone that goes like this. Anything else I should mention? The cups are quite thick. You won't feel any issues from the cups. Okay. What else do we have? You can expand and contract this as much as you can. You have the HyperSense here, which is the actual haptic feedback. And again, it's a very nice implementation. I'll go more into details after that. Let's move on to the Turtle Beach Stealth 700. This one only is available for the Razer Kraken, while the Turtle Beach Stealth 700 Gen 2 can only connect using Bluetooth, unfortunately. But the Bluetooth connection is quite good. I didn't have any issues. Now, these have the metal cups. They do not rock, so you cannot move them. That's why they're not very comfortable. Whereas these can rock like this, so you can put them on your shoulders and everything is okay. But also the cup has the shape of your ear, and you'll notice that when it's on your head, they're very tight, they're very stable on your head, not tight, you know. So even if these might feel a little bit tighter just because the cups are round, almost round, they'll move a little bit if you rock your head really hard. I tried them using VR. That's why I'm saying these have the tendency to fall off your head in VR. These clamp on very nicely and you won't have any issues with it. That being said, here you only have this metal band that extends, but then everything else is like plastic, and I'm a little bit worried about this. Now, what Turtle Beach did right is they use like a bigger area here, just so it's harder to break down, but it still can break down. It's still plastic. Yeah. The microphone, it just hides away here, so you can just drop it down and then you're able to move it a little bit to the left and right to get it closer to your mouth. Besides that, what you have here to the right, you have nothing. You don't have any buttons, but to the left you have multiple rockers. So this is the main volume rocker. This is unfortunately only for the Xbox One. You cannot use it for anything else. When you are connected using Bluetooth, you can assign this volume rocker to Bluetooth volume, and it will increase and decrease your volume. But other than that, you cannot control the volume. So if you don't have an Xbox One, this volume button is useless. I don't know. Because initially this is the chat versus volume rocker. So if you use it as intended, your chat will increase volume while your game will decrease, and so on. But the way I'm using it right now on my PC, I can only use it for Bluetooth, and this is useless. The mode button. This again is a button you can assign in the app. So these headsets have like a Bluetooth app that you can connect. So even if you're connected to the PC, you can still connect just for the app to your phone. And you can control what this button does and this volume rocker does. I set this to signature sound, to switch between sound signatures. Like the first one is signature sound, extra bass, extra highs, extra bass and highs, and then back to the top. This is the on off button. You keep it pressed for both of them. You keep it pressed and it'll turn on. This is a bit annoying because you need to keep it pressed quite a few seconds. I think it's like 5, which is quite a long time to turn something on. This is the Bluetooth button. If you keep it pressed, it will turn on. And if you continue to keep it pressed, it will go to pairing mode. But if it's on and you keep it pressed, it will turn off. So it just turns off Bluetooth. So you cannot use it with Bluetooth anymore. But you can use it with Xbox One by using this little pairing button here. So you can connect it wirelessly with your Xbox One. It has like a special receiver, 2.4 gigahertz. And yeah, unfortunately I don't have an Xbox One. I just bought these to try them out with my PC and my phone and my Quest 3. And that's it. Unfortunately, the Quest 3 doesn't handle Bluetooth very well. There's a big delay and it ruins your experience. So it's much better to have an audio jack to plug in. Unfortunately, these don't have an audio jack, as you can see. You only have a USB-C, which again is only for charging. So you cannot use them while plugged into USB-C. You need a receiver, you need to connect Bluetooth, but you cannot use them plugged just into USB-C for both of them. Let's move on to Comfort. Again, these clamp on very nicely to your head. If you have them on, they feel like they fit on your head and they don't move around as much as these. Also, I don't know why, but these feel a little bit more comfortable here. Even though these have, even if the Razer Kraken V3 Pro has more padding, the Turtle Beach feels a little bit better on your head. But I don't know why. I don't know why, because it doesn't. I see. So the head has more of a wide shape like this. These are quite tight and they will like press upon your head in the laterals. That's why it's not very comfortable, but it's decent. I'm not worried about that. Again, these when they sit on your head, so the Razer Kraken V3 Pros, when they sit on your head, they don't have as much stability because the the headphones are round, and also the clamping force isn't as tight. Whereas the Turtle Beach Stealth 700 Gen 2, long names, they have these that will grab onto your ears. They don't bother. That's nicely. So, but the clamping force is stronger, and they will grab your head and have much more stability. Also, I don't know if I can show it, but maybe this has something to do with why the Turtle Beach Stealth 700s sound a little bit better. These have the interior like aligned to your ear. I don't know if you guys can see it, but the distance to here is bigger than the distance to here, because the human ear isn't sideways, it's a little bit like that, and they just clamp on very nicely and they send the sound directly, and they're very well done from the sound perspective. From the microphone quality, I'll leave a test at the end. When it comes to the sound quality, now the Razer Kraken V3 Pro do have the haptic feedback, and I tested it's stereo. So if you only hear sound from one headset, you will only hear the vibration on that headset, and it completes the very nice with, especially if you have like a song with explosions and stuff like that. It's you hear them very nicely, and you can position yourself in that space. Now, a lot of reviewers you will say, hey, this headset will tell you that someone's coming from the back right of you, and it's not that exact, but it does contribute to the experience. It is a nice experience. It does make your gaming much more fun. And for example, I was playing Red Alert. No, I was playing Warhammer 2 Retribution, and I was playing with the Chaos, and Chaos have a unit called Noise Marines, which upgraded sends like a big ball of plasma that you can, if they send it from one this side of the screen to this one, you can clearly hear it like here and here, and it feels like it's pushing your head onto that direction. So it's very nice. On the other hand, if you're looking for some gaming headsets that also handle music very well, it really makes you feel the music, it really makes you move, then the Turtle Beach Stealth 700 Gen 2, they're much better at it. You can clearly see that Turtle Beach is focused on sound, while Razer is focused on gadgets. Also, one little thing that I don't like about Razer is that when I install the software for these, I had to install like 10 different pieces of software. Well, it wasn't 10, it was like 3 or 4, which is why do I need just for these headsets 3 pieces of software that aren't even together? I understand it's one software and you have modules, but these actually are in Windows as separate entities, and it makes it very complicated if you want to uninstall them or clean up. Well, while Turtle Beach only has an app for your phone, so if you need to set up something, you need your phone. What you can set up is just what these 2 buttons do. Well, yeah, you have a couple of other settings, but you'll see that the app doesn't have very good reviews. because, for example, when I had the Turtle Beach Elite 800s, I think the app was more advanced. I had more options. It looked a little bit better. And that was more than 10 years ago, which, why are you guys downgrading? I don't know. Indeed, the cost went down for these. So they managed to somehow keep that sound signature, very good sound signature, and lose some of the extra weight. What else can I say about these? Again, for both of them, I'm a little bit worried about the leather. It'll start peeling off in no time, and I don't like that. I don't know why. But for the Razer Kraken, I have a bit more trust in these metal hinges because it's all the way here metal, and this is gonna last you a longer time than these. Whichever you choose, I think you will make a correct choice. This is more fun, this is better for music, they all have their superpowers. Hopefully this review gave you more of an idea what they can do. Thank you everybody for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye. This is a test using Turtle Beach Stealth 700 Gen 2 for Xbox One series connected through Bluetooth. Um, Now, the Bluetooth quality isn't gonna be that great because Bluetooth, when you also have a headphone connected, a microphone connected, it just splits to left and right into microphone and mono. So no, you're not gonna get the same quality as you would using a receiver. But just to talk a little bit about the Turtle Beach Stealth 700 Gen 2, the sound is very nice. The bass hits you while the sub bass completes it, like dresses it nicely. What I like most about it is that you hear details that you don't hear on other headsets, even on hi-fi level headsets. The highs make you feel something. For example, uh, if you have a chance to use these with and play Eminem, I'm Sorry Mama, there's a clicking sound at the beginning that will make you send shivers up your spine, which is very nice. They're very comfortable. They have two volume wheels. Uh, Only one of them can be used because the other one is for Xbox One. And yeah, you have a button that allows you to go through this different sound signature, like signature sound, extra bass, extra highs, extra bass and highs. You don't get a audio notification. You just get a beep. You just need to remember their order. Yeah, and on the con side, initially at least, the volume on the PC was disappointing. I mean, I had to push it all the way to maximum to get a good feeling. Um, I think they just needed to be broken down. Now I leave them at about 90% for normal listening. I do have to turn them all the way up when there's a special song or something coming up that I need to feel the music. Also, it doesn't have a separate receiver. It only has Bluetooth. It doesn't have an audio jack, and the build is mostly plastic except for the metal band up top. That's it for the microphone test. I decided to also do a quick review with the microphone test just so you can hear it the way you would hear its microphone. This is a microphone test for Razer Kraken V3 Pro. To connect it to my phone in order to record it, I'm using a USB OTG connector, that is USB A to USB C, and I'm using the receiver for Razer Kraken V3 Pro connected directly to my phone. And yeah, just to share, so that's the nice thing about it, is like it can connect to anything with a USB A or anything with a USB C using a USB OTG connector. That means it can connect to your phone, it can connect to your PC, but also it can connect to your Quest 3 if you have something like that, and any other device with USB-C. The haptic is very well done. It completes the audio. It doesn't disrupt it. It has a nice build quality because of the metal bands that keep the cups together. Uh, its receiver, again, as I said, it works on PC, Quest, and Android with a USB OTG connector. You sometimes get disconnects from the Quest, but that can also be from the Quest because I haven't gotten them from the phone. The on-off button is quite nice because you don't usually get this for 2.4 gigahertz receiver. The on-off button doubles as a play pause with one press, next with two presses, and so on. So it's a nice thing to have. On the downside, it doesn't have a Bluetooth. It has a USB-A receiver instead of the USB-C. I think they could have gotten away with USB-C. A little bit of a con is that the vibration can sometimes be activated by thick voices, and because of that, you get vibration when you shouldn't. Instead of an explosion, you also get on Warhammer when the storyteller tells the story. And yeah, that's it for the Razer Kraken V3 Pro mic test. Thank you everyone for watching. Have a wonderful day.